I don't understand why you didn't copy Tom when Tom did it.
Lost weight?
Yeah. Like, you guys were the same size.
Yeah, but it's a little complicated. I didn't want to do what he did. I just wanted to do my own thing.
Right. Fair enough.
Yeah.
But now you're going to do it.
Yeah. Tom also had a traumatic injury that changed his mindset.
That basketball thing did something.
Oh,
like he was like, I got to get in shape because of how.
I will say this. I don't know what Tom's take is on this, but like I will say personally, he's still dealing with the trauma of that fall. When you aren't doing anything out of the ordinary, other than just trying to make your way to a basket, and your leg explodes, and you adversely drop onto your arm and crack it in half, I think that makes everything feel unsafe.
It's like a terrible car accident.
Yeah, and because out of nowhere, and my wife did not make it better because we had a hard time getting him in and out of the car. He was like probably 280 at the time. We had a hard time getting him in and out of cars, so we had to get a fat person belt. So we wrapped a belt around him because he couldn't use his leg or his arm to carry him places, and it took two of us to lift him.
Right.
And then we couldn't.
What do you mean to carry him places?
He couldn't use his arm. His
leg. You mean after it got fixed?
The day of. No. The day of. So he hurt himself that night. They took him to the hospital.
Yeah.
And he did not like where he was. I don't know where he was. I don't want to say where he was. He didn't like where he was.
Oh, so they didn't fix it.
They did not. So he checked himself out, and he called me.
Dude.
He called me. He's like, I'm in the car. I need you to. He said, I'm in the car, and I said, we're already on our way to your house. So we knew that it was bad. We're already on our way to your house. He's like, Christina's there. Can you help her? And Christina was like, and I mean this like out of love, but she was in shock. She started making biscuits, like as if that was going to help. And I was like, what are you doing? She's like, I don't know. I just don't know what to do. Like,
sure.
Yeah, she's like, just like freaked out.
Yeah.
And so I went to the store, and his producer at the time called me and said, hey man, they had a hard time getting him in the car. We're not going to be able to get him out of the car.
How did they even set his bones just loosely near each other? Like how do you release someone from not having surgery and then
I think first of all, Tom's a little bit of a gangster. He knows a little bit of everyone. So the first thing he did when he was in this other place was call the number one fucking whatever that guy does that does it, called the number one guy, orthopedic surgeon. Yeah. And that guy said, get the fuck out of there, go home, come see me tomorrow. We'll admit you and we'll get it fixed first thing in the morning. So Tom headed home, and they told him, you're fine to be like this until we get you into surgery. They send him home, and I had to go, but we couldn't get him out, so I had to buy like a belt that, like, you see him sometimes they'll put it on old people so they don't fall. Yeah. And so we had a pair of belt. Two of us had to carry him. We got him into his downstairs screening room. We couldn't get him upstairs. And fucking Leanne is just so like brutally honest sometimes. She looks at him and she just looks, and Christina walks down with biscuits or muffins covered in Nutella.
Man, that's how he got there.
And Tom's eating them.
Oh, dude.
And Leanne goes, honey, you're about to get fat as fuck. And he goes, what? She goes, you're going to balloon up. You can't move. You're eating like that. He's going to get fat. Like just real flat.
Wow.
I watched Tom's face. I know Tom's face. Like I know when people piss him off. I know when he taps out of conversation. I know Tom's eyes. And he went like this. Like the fuck am I going to do? At that moment, he changed the way he started eating. Yeah. At that moment. And as he was recovering, I noticed he was dropping weight. And I'm like, you're looking good. And he wasn't moving. And he just changed the way he ate entirely. I think it fucked with his head. And I thought he was like, I will not get fat as fuck. Yeah. I will not.
That is really impressive to go through a recovery like that and not gain weight. I mean, I don't eat a ton, but when I broke my leg, it was the most I've weighed my whole life.
Oh, that's how I gained the majority of the weight I did. Because I was always 230, 240 in between there. And when I fucked my arm up in the movie, I couldn't move. And I had the thing on, and I was in quarantine doing a TV show with Snoop, and I was just fucking eating like crazy. And I was just like, fuck it, 3 meals, let's get them. And I just fucking smash food.